wins by a small minority, and if trouble starts, what happens? There is a likely situation.
Okay, I want to stress very important. The police are not bad people, okay? The police are not bad people, seriously. They are just trying to make a living. They are like you, they're like us, they got family, they got children, yeah? Maybe a small percentage of the police are quite nasty. So in the change of government, the police has a role to play. And if you don't believe the police will act according to constitution, I can assure you the majority of the police will do that. But rest assured also that the army plays an even bigger role. Yeah? The army is well funded, it's got better weapons and whatever. I'm not saying there's going to be a civil war, but they are the real authority after the police. If the police cannot handle it, the army will take over. And the army is called Askar di Raja Malaysia. Di Raja means it's the king's prerogative to rule this army. Yeah? They are loyal to the king and they are loyal to the constitution. This king that we have, we are so blessed, you know. We're so blessed to have a Kedah king, a king that has has ruled the second time now, is his second term. And he's a nice fellow. And we're lucky that he's in Kedah, ruled by the opposition. And about a year ago, he gave a datukship to my Secretary General, Datuk Saifuddin Nasution, yeah, who's a Kedah born fellow. The king is a gentleman, and if those of you that comes from Kedah, he's not one of those kings that is controversial, yeah, a stately fellow, and he's made it very clear to both sides, win convincingly, otherwise there will be a constitutional crisis. Okay. If we don't win more than 10 seats, if it's just a matter of plus minus 2, then he will become the caretaker government, so to speak. He will have to appoint a caretaker prime minister. But he will not tolerate a single nonsense of riot, a single nonsense of power grabbing, a single nonsense of, of racial strife. This is not Malaysia in 1969. This is modern Malaysia. Even in this crowd alone, you can see, even though predominantly Chinese, you got Indians and Malays with us today. This is not a time of extreme poverty in the Malay race. This is a time where everybody is more or less doing reasonably well. Yeah. So the likelihood of a couple of Perkasa guys going around trying to stir up issues, no lah, don't believe that. Because the Perkasa guys try to burn the Bible, and how many people turn up? 25. You know. Their bark is bigger than their bite, and if you fear them, they become stronger. Yeah, that is the key. If you see a bully, you have to put him to his place immediately. Yeah. So the army is neutral. The police, I believe, is neutral. Yeah. So if that is the case, the transition of government should be peaceful. If we should win. Yeah. And the other thing that I want to tell you all. There is a lot of talk about immunity for certain type of politicians across the board. Yeah, we know a lot of the UMNO, Barisan Nasional people. Not all of them are bad. We know not all of them are bad. Saifuddin, one of the young UMNO guy that speaks eloquently on education, the Deputy Education Minister is one of these examples. Yeah, so this idea of truth and reconciliation. Body, a bit like the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a bit like what happened in South Africa when apartheid fell, is something that we are considering as well. Yeah, we're looking at it and say, look, if you're a businessman or if you're a politician, because the nature of politics in Malaysia for the last 20 years, since Mahathir's second term, is so linked into corruption that nobody is spared from this corruption thing. Yeah. Every single developer must have paid something. Every businessman would have some kang tao, right? Not jari jalan. We all know. So isn't it time to just bury the past and just heal and go forward? That is why we are considering very seriously a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to get it forward. Now, if there is civil strife, who is set to lose more? The super rich will lose more than us. Because if there's civil strife, believe me, They own like listed companies and all sort of things. Everything will tank. They will not burn their own houses down, my friends. Yeah, they have more to lose than us in that sense. Therefore, we have a combination of a neutral police, neutral army, especially the army, very neutral, and also a combination of an offer for truth and reconciliation to move us forward, plus the fact that any riot would destroy their own money. They're going to lose billions, all of them. It should come out to a peaceful transition for all. Yeah, and I think Najib realizes this. I don't think anybody wants to go down in history as the man who destroyed or created the second May 13. Yeah, there's a lot of issues involved. There's a lot of personalities involved. So don't believe a lot of this fear mongering thing is part of their attempt to psychologically